Okay, so this is getting started. It's whatever amount of peppers I decided to cut, 2 jalapenos and half of a white onion. I cooked the sausage at lunch. I mostly drained all of the fat. Whatever didn't come off the meat when I took it out of the frying pan with the slotted spoon got to stay, which is good because it needs a little bit of fat. Spraying my quiche dish with whatever spray. I need my mixing bowl. I need to really make some peanut butter bones because they've been sitting here and I'm tired of looking at them. Okay, so what goes in here is 8 eggs. I might just do 7. And I got mushrooms for this quiche. Depending on how much the thing cooks down is when I'll decide. Okay, I'm gonna put you there. So, I don't know how to flip it. I don't think I can. I can't flip it, so you gotta sit like this. Okay, so I cracked my eggs in the bowl. And then I regret not having somewhere to put. There we go. 2, 3. Oh, got some in the meat. Doesn't matter. 4, 5. There might have been a shell in there. Nope. And these are just the regular, whatever, like Publix had them, $3 for the 30 eggs. 1, 2, 3. So they're not extra large or anything like that. I just buy whatever's cheap at the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 8. Okay. Now, clean up. Clean as we go. So that means take the shells to the trash. There's the skin. Damn it, Scout, why have you made such a mess? Oh, you disgust me. Okay, now I'm going to let you sit here and watch the eggs while I put the other eggs. Yes, I know I have a lot of eggs. I eat a lot of eggs. Put them away. And now that I have that out, I need to preheat. I think you do it at 350. We'll try 360 because I have a lot of stuff going on in mine. And these I don't cook all the way. I get them wilted enough. I don't want that in there. It's a big hunk of onion. I just get them cooked down enough to where when they bake the rest of the way, they're not gonna be crunchy, if that makes sense. So, and always, you have to eat all of your colors. So maybe I will put the mushrooms in this and then save some of it for scrambled eggs on the weekends because I bought the mushrooms and they're going to go bad if I don't cook them. That's usually how I decide what goes in what. Because I don't follow recipes very often. And then I do this really cool thing where, I don't know if dogs can have mushrooms, Scout, don't eat that. I do this really cool thing where I don't chop anything. I just break it up like so. I might need to put a little bit more oil because the sausage didn't have that much grease. I kind of wiped most of it out of the pan. I just left it and decided to use it tonight so it would all have the same flavor. The only thing I do add to the mushrooms to get them going is a little bit of salt, which, look at my jumbled ass cabinet. All right. A little bit of salt. That may have looked like a lot to you, but it comes out really slow, I promise. A lot of pepper because I like it spicy. And then this is the new spice I just ordered from the Penzies people, which is who Jenny likes, but my friend shared it that they sold this for July 4th, you just paid the shipping. So it's shallots, garlic, onion, green peppercorns, chives, and green onion. So I put a little bit in with the sausage. So to keep the theme rolling, we shall just continue. And after I get this going, I mean, I know you know how to saute peppers and onions. I'm just teaching you how I make a quiche, because that's going to be way too much for the quiche. And I know the mushrooms will cook down some, but not that much. Okay. So I'm back over here. A little bit in with the eggs. Oh, snap. Came all out. Now, I leave this here because it is my half cup. On this one, I use usually whatever I have available. I meant to bring home my half and half from work so I could use it before it expired. I mean, not that I won't stop using it at work because I live on the edge. But today I bought heavy whipping cream because it was cheaper than the half and half. So it'll balance it out nicely. Half cup of whatever cream, 8 eggs. And then we're gonna let that drain over that. It'll incorporate, whatever. So, rest of the cream can be for next week because it lasts forever. Put it down there. Then we get our whisk. Oh, nope, gotta stir. I don't know what size my pot is. I think it's a 10. Maybe it's a 12. I'm not really sure. But I've been leaving it out and just trying to use it for everything instead of having it in the bottom of the kitchen cabinet, because you can literally use it for everything except for giant steaks that don't fit. But that was my other one. So now you go back. And this all comes together just... Sometimes I don't know what I'm putting in it until I mix the eggs. And then I'm like, oh shit, what am I going to put in here? I might actually just put my cooking video up on YouTube, which is going to suck since it's vertical. Whisk the eggs. Whisk, whisk, whisk. You don't want to whisk it too much because you don't want to whip that cream. You just want all of your eggs. You want all of your yolks busted down. We're going to pause to figure out what the hell this dog is doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you helping? You're not helping. You're just making a mess. I'm not dropping any food for you, though. Okay, we're back. Okay, get rid of that. And I don't remember where I put my cheese. They tell you on TV that the secret to a perfect recipe is having all of your ingredients laid out. It's not. It's having a really small kitchen. So you can just grab everything when you need it. I don't think I could ever be a cooking influencer person. Okay, so this is 16 ounces, which is 4 cups. I only need 2 cups, but I bought this bag because it was cheaper. So I mix some in with the eggs. Not heavy whisk, just a little bit. Go back, stir the veggies. They're starting to get nice and wilty. A couple mushrooms aren't going anywhere. Okay, the secret that I have learned in my 6 or 7 quiche makings now, since I do crustless, you still want to have something on the bottom. So I sprinkle just a little bit of cheese just to kind of help the eggs separate at the bottom. Maybe just a teeny bit more, fill in the gaps. Okay, and I always put too much because my quiche dish is small, so I always put it on a pan with foil, and then I just cut the crapper off around it. So now, I'm going to determine how much of this is going to go back in this. for scrambled eggs. And that's the official term, scrambled. I might save some for tonight and have scrambled eggs for dinner because I have not eaten but a cheese stick since noon. I don't want to take all the jalapenos out. Okay. So now, what you want to do, since I cooked that meat at lunch, is I want to break it back up. Hold on. You got to sit still. Break it back up into the frying pan so it can warm through, and whatever little bit of grease that's in it gets distributed. So, and I'll probably end up taking, this is just one tube of sausage. I don't know why, but it always seems like I use so much filling and then it all just goes in there. All right. Okay, so now I've heated it up just enough. This spoon, not gonna cut it. So what I do now is I use whatever I grab first that's not slotted, and then I shovel. You shovel and you jiggle, because that's a very descriptive cooking term. And I will say, it's very hard to do this one-handed, so get a phone stand for your kitchen if you're going to record yourself for posterity. So I find that whatever quiche I make, I like to have meat in every time, because I know eggs are protein, but since my biggest meal of the day is breakfast, for me, health-wise, my biggest meal is always breakfast because it helps me get started. I don't feel like I need to eat a crap ton all day, and then I can get by with a yogurt at 3 o'clock and a string cheese at 5:30. So pick up your travelers that you lost because you're doing this one-handedly. Throw them all in. Get your jalapeno in there. Now, notice I didn't mix any cheese in the middle, and that's because I put it in with the eggs. So when I pour it through, I'll use like a fork or something, and I will. And it also kind of goes down into all of the nooks and all of the crannies. You don't really need to mix the cheese in because you're about to put more on top. Remember, this is low carb. You're going to eat a lot of cheese. All right. Oh, I should probably turn the stove off. All right, so there's about my 2 cups of cheese total. So generally I use 1 small bag per quiche, but I only take 1 little piece of quiche for breakfast. All right, and my oven is preheated. So now the biggest thing you have to do is make the dog move. Move, Scout. And then you one-handedly put it in the oven. And then I cook it. I start at 30 minutes, we'll say. And then I'll see how it looks. And if I can go more, I will. But I usually cook it until the top is not jiggly. And then after that, whatever. All right, I'm gonna make scrambled eggs for dinner with some of the stuff. So, this video's over. Okay, bye.